Well, the background obviously is the influx of refugees into Europe, mainly from the Middle East, since summer 2015. Many of the refugees have higher education qualifications. Some of them have their diplomas, but not all of them. So if you cannot prove your qualification, if you cannot document your qualification, the risk is that you cannot use your qualification in your new country. So the project aims to find a way to allow people to use their qualifications, to have their qualifications assessed, even if they cannot document them fully. So that's good for the refugees because they can use their qualifications. That's good for the host countries because they can use the qualifications that the refugees have. This is a virtuous circle. The vicious circle would be that you condemn refugees to passivity. That creates frustration, that creates, in the worst of cases, even aggression. And of course, for the host country, it's talent that is lost. We got the idea after talking to the Norwegian and the UK recognition centres who had developed a methodology for assessing non-documented refugee qualifications, and we discussed with them and thought that this could be useful at European level. There are really two objectives. One is obviously to be able to assess the qualifications that refugees have, but the second is to make this assessment valid in not only the country where they first arrive, but in any European countries where the refugees may move after that. I think we play a key role. We developed a project proposal, contacted potential partners, and we're overseeing the project, the administration of the project, the running of the project, and we will draw the lessons from the project to feed into our further work. So I think we have a key role. Well, besides us, the Greek Ministry of Education. This is very important to have the public authorities of the country in which we carry out the project with us. And 4 ENICs, in other words, National Information Centres on the Recognition of Qualifications, from Greece as the host country, from Italy, from Norway, and from the UK. The ENIC, if you want, in each country, the ENIC, the National Information Center for Recognition, is the one address that you would go to if you have a question about a foreign education system, foreign qualifications, or if you plan to study abroad or you have studied abroad, how your qualification will be recognized in the country that the ENIC is responsible for. The ENICs at European level cooperate through a network, so that's where practice is developed, that is where policy is developed, and that's where the Lesbian Recognition Convention is also implemented. We hope to have a second follow-up project, but I think it's important to underline that there is an interaction between education policy and education practice. With UNESCO, the Council of Europe is responsible for the implementation of the Lisbon Recognition Convention, which is the only legal text that regulates the recognition of higher education qualifications in Europe. There is a clause, there is an article on refugees' qualification in the convention, but the survey showed that so far the implementation in countries is deficient. So we want to take the experience from this project into the implementation of the convention. We're developing a recommendation that we hope will be adopted here in Strasbourg on the 14th of November. And we believe that the European Qualifications Passport for refugees is the kind of support document that will both allow the refugees to get adequate assessment of their qualifications and to make that assessment valid in not only one, but in all European countries.